Carrying forward the legacy of Kazakhstan's legendary pastoral nomads, Shavkat Rakhmonov continues to move from one opponent to another in search of a permanent home among the greats of the fight game. While he's still far from reaching the highest of heights in mixed martial arts, Shavkat is moving in the right direction with an unblemished record and a 100% finishing rate. So before the Kazakh crosses his next checkpoint, let's dive deeper into his career. Born and raised in Shurchi, Uzbekistan to Kazakh parents, Shavkat Rakhmonov had to work various jobs as a child to make ends meet due to his family's humble background. Shavkat took his hunger for blood and violence to a new level, moving to Kazakhstan and joining a Sambo training center at the age of 17. After a successful start to his combat career in Sambo, Shavkat transitioned into mixed martial arts, making his debut at M1 Challenge 52 in 2014 against wrestling phenom Adam Sorov. He ended up getting locked in an arm triangle choke. Only this time, Rakhmonov refused to let his opponent off the hook and cut off the blood supply. After forcing Surov to tap out, a month later, after making a successful debut, Shavkat faced Brazil's Marcus Vinicius. In the early seconds of the fight, both fighters maintained a safe distance, but things got crazier once the Brazilians shifted gears. After a couple of kicks and an exchange of heavy artillery in close quarters, Vinicius lifted and slammed Rakhmonov forcefully, proceeding to deliver powerful strikes on the ground. Shavkat absorbed the hits, regained his composure, and then pulled off a magical reversal on his opponent by taking him down and giving him a taste of his medicine. He secured his second professional victory fairly comfortably. Rakhmonov's third test was Bartosz Hulk Kirik. Like his first two fights, Rakhmonov found himself taken down early as he spent about a minute defending from his back. Shavkat smartly defended and didn't let him off the hook until he was sent to a place where time doesn't exist. A few months later, Shavkat made quick work of Michal Vincic at M1 Challenge 59. Seconds into the fight, Shavkat landed a powerful overhand right that hurt Vincic and brought him to the mat. While attempting a panicky takedown, he exposed his neck. Shavkat quickly secured a tight guillotine and cut off the blood supply to improve to 4-0 as a professional. In his fifth pro fight, Shavkat faced Adil Boranbayev. Midway through the round, Adil managed to bring the fight to the ground, but Shavkat swiftly turned the tables and transitioned to full mount, before unleashing powerful punches to Adil's head. Moments later, Adil turned his back, allowing Shavkat to seal the deal with a rear naked choke. Rakhmonov's next fight against Marcelo Britos turned out to be a breeze. Right from the start, the Kazakh unleashed a flurry of punches. After 90 seconds of striking dominance, Rakhmonov landed a jab to Britos's liver, compelling the Brazilian to crumple into a fetal position on the canvas. With a record of 6 wins and 0 losses as a professional, Shavkat faced the most challenging opponent, Park Jun-young. Shavkat found himself dominated on the mat by his opponent. Though he was getting controlled on the mat, Rakhmonov turned the tables on his opponent. As soon as he got the opportunity, shifting his weight and quickly mounting the South Korean sensation's back to finish the fight with a rear naked choke. After another win, Shavkat earned his first title shot with an 8-0 professional record, facing Faridun Odilov for the KZ MMAF welterweight title in May 2018. In the second round, things took a dramatic turn when Orlov initially dominated Shavkat on the mat. In the third round, Rakhmonov began relentlessly pursuing a fatigued Odilov with powerful punches before securing a takedown and delivering massive ground and pound. With Odilov offering no resistance to Shavkat's onslaught, the referee stopped the fight, declaring Shavkat the KZMMAF welterweight champion. Rakhmonov made his UFC debut a year and a half after signing, when he faced Alex Oliveira at UFC 254. Before the fight, Oliveira had made bold claims, suggesting that a hotel encounter had rattled Shavkat. But on fight night, the opposite proved true. Oliveira started the fight with a big right hand, but that was that, as he struggled to make an impact in the fight. Dominated the striking exchanges, forcing Oliveira to initiate a clinch after absorbing a significant knee. Unfortunately, the Brazilian failed to defend his neck, as swiftly jumped into a guillotine, forcing him to tap out. After serving Alex Oliveira a dose of humility, Shavkat continued his winning streak by handing Brazil another loss. this time to Michel Prazeres at a UFC Fight Night in June 2021. In the first round, Prazeres swung for the fences multiple times, but he struggled to cover the distance effectively, leading to him being taken down and dominated by Shavkat. The second round showcased Shavkat's dominance even better. He experimented with some spinning moves before securing a takedown, followed by a minute of relentless ground and pound, which forced Prazeres to offer his back. Rakhmonov graciously accepted the opportunity and finished the fight with a rear naked choke. Shavkat's next UFC challenge proved to be even tougher in the form of Carlston Harris. The fight between the two highly touted prospects kicked off with Harris landing a wild haymaker and persistently swinging his arms. Just over a minute into the first round, Shavkat delivered a spinning kick that rocked the Guyanese MMA star. In response, Harris immediately embraced his opponent, seemingly reluctant to let go. Shavkat slammed into the mat with a perfectly timed throw, but Harris swiftly got back on his feet. At range, Shavkat landed another spinning kick, dropping his opponent and sending him to the shadow realm on the follow-up. With a professional record of 15 wins and 0 losses, Shavkat battled the fearless Neil Magny. The showdown took place at a UFC Fight Night in June 2022, where Shavkat dominated the Haitian sensation for nearly 10 minutes. Early adversity for Magny with Rakhmonov on his back, just 30 seconds. A lot of defense from Magny, and submitted him with only seconds left in the second round. After comprehensively defeating Magny, Shavkat faced Jeff Neal, who pushed him to his absolute limit. Neal fought valiantly, landing several clean punches and even hurting Rakhmonov early in the third round with a significant combination. The American also had notable moments in the first 2 rounds, but Rakhmonov continued to land the more impactful strikes. After a challenging third round where Rakhmonov was seriously rattled, he rebounded by dominating Neal against the cage before securing a modified standing bulldog choke to squeeze the life out of his opponent. 17 fights, 17 wins, and 17 finishes. What's better than that? Securing your 18th victory against a 2-time UFC welterweight title challenger, Stephen Thompson. Rakhmonov shifted gears after the initial feel-out phase, engaging in a clinch with Thompson against the cage. The audience became restless as the position stalled, leading to a brief exchange of short punches. Thompson managed to land a few strikes before the round ended. Thompson began the second round with side kicks and a punching combination, prompting Rakhmonov to seek a takedown. With 3 minutes left, Rakhmonov successfully secured a takedown and trapped an arm behind Thompson's back. A naked choke followed, but Thompson managed to escape. A few seconds later, Thompson turned his back, and Rakhmonov swiftly applied another rear naked choke attempt. With less than 10 seconds remaining in the round, Thompson tapped, securing the victory for Rakhmonov. Rakhmonov is now in pole position to fight for the UFC welterweight title. And next week, he will face his toughest test, Ian Garry, the undefeated Irish star. Shavkat has many advantages over Garry. The major factor is Shavkat's wrestling. Ian is no match for Shavkat's wrestling. But let's wait and find out soon. Shavkat's remarkable ability to remain calm under pressure distinguishes him from the rest, and this quality is likely to propel him further in his professional journey. Could he obtain a shot to challenge the UFC welterweight champion after he defeated Ian Garry? Let us know about your opinion.